Hello my angels, and today we have 30 K and L words in the A to Z vocabulary series on ChetChat. These 30 words cover the top words in almost all of these exams: SSC, Bank PO, GRE, GMAT, CAT, XAT, IELTS, TOEFL, UPSC and CLAT. Now we've looked at official word lists, previous year papers and question banks. So if you know these 30 words, you are ready to excel. And of course, if you want to become a fluent English speaker, then most of these words are used by native speakers in conversations. So let's begin with our 15K and 15L words, their meanings, example sentences, synonyms, antonyms, and we have a quiz coming up right at the end, and I'm waiting to read your answers. So subscribe now and smash that bell icon. Let's conquer words and conquer the world. Our first 5 high-frequency K words are Kudos, Kafkaesque, Kinetic, Kinesiology and Kleptomania. Our first word is Kudos. Kudos is praise and respect for something you've achieved, like saying, "Great job" or "Well done, kudos to you." It's the credit that you get for any achievement. Kudos to you for learning vocabulary. Now, kudos is an interesting word because it looks like a plural word because it ends with S, but we use it as a singular uncountable noun. You can't say 1 kudo, 2 kudos. Okay, quick quiz. What is the difference between kudos and congratulations? Congratulations are offered for a happy event, like it could be a wedding or a graduation, whereas kudos is specifically offered for an achievement or an effort. Synonyms of kudos are praise, credit and acclaim. Antonyms are blame, criticism and disdain. Word number 2 is Kafkaesque. A Kafkaesque situation is a bizarre, frustrating nightmare where nothing makes sense and you feel completely powerless. Like, this is what happened to me last week. I went to one office and they said I needed a stamp from the second office. I went to the second office and they said that we can't give you a stamp without a letter from the first office. Then I went back to the first office and they said, "Sorry, the person who writes these letters is on leave." So annoying. I felt hopeless, like I was stuck forever and frustrated. This feeling is Kafkaesque. I love how some complicated feelings sometimes have beautiful sounding names. Kafkaesque. The process to get a simple birth certificate in some government offices can just truly feel Kafkaesque. Kafkaesque is named after the author Franz Kafka. His stories are full of this senseless nightmare logic. Synonyms of Kafkaesque are surreal, nightmarish, absurd and bureaucratic. Antonyms are simple, straightforward, logical and rational. Our next word is kinetic. Kinetic is all about movement or motion. Like kinetic energy in physics is motion energy. So anything that is moving or has energy from movement is kinetic. It's the opposite of static. Example, Simbi is full of kinetic energy. She can't sit still for long. Dance is the most kinetic form of art. It's all about movement of the body. Quick quiz. What is the difference between kinetic and active? Now, active means to be busy or involved, whereas kinetic specifically means related to physical motion. Synonyms of kinetic are moving, active, dynamic, energetic and motile. Antonyms are static, stationary, still and inactive. Our next word is kinesiology. Kinesiology is a study of body movement, the science behind how our muscles and bones work together when we walk, run or even just sit down. It's not just about exercise, it's about understanding the body's mechanics to prevent injuries, to improve health and to help people move better. Memory hack. Think of kinesiology as kinetic, meaning movement, plus ology, meaning the study of. So kinesiology literally means the study of movement. After my neck injury, a specialist in kinesiology gave me exercises that helped me get back to the gym once again. Synonyms of kinesiology are movement science and biomechanics. Antonyms, well, there's no direct opposite, but inactivity and stillness could work. Word number 5 is kleptomania. Imagine this, you're on a strict diet, but you walk past a plate of delicious fresh cookies that belong to someone else. You know you shouldn't, but the urge to grab one is so strong that you almost can't control it. You take one quickly, feel a rush of excitement, and then immediately feel guilty. Kleptomania is a mental condition where a person has a very, very strong, uncontrollable urge to steal things, even if they don't need them and even if they can afford to buy them. It's a mental health condition, it's not a crime of greed. Think of kleptomania as klepto meaning steal plus mania like madness or obsession. So literally kleptomania means obsession with stealing. A rich woman once kept stealing spoons from a cafe. She didn't even need the spoons. She had plenty at home, but she couldn't stop herself. That's kleptomania. Synonyms of kleptomania are compulsive, stealing and shoplifting disorder. Antonyms are honesty and lawfulness. Our next 5 top K words are kleptocracy, keen, kaleidoscope, Knell and Kindle. Let's take a look at the word kleptocracy. Kleptocracy is a government run by thieves. In a kleptocracy, the leaders, who are kleptocrats, they steal the country's wealth and resources for themselves, for their friends and families. Kleptocracy is used to describe an extremely corrupt government. Memory hack. Think of kleptocracy as klepto, just like kleptomaniac, the word we learned previously, plus cracy meaning rule or government, think democracy. So kleptocracy is a rule by thieves. The country became a kleptocracy. The politicians built huge mansions while people struggled with basic power and electricity. Quick quiz. What is the difference between kleptocracy and corruption? Imagine corruption is when some players on the team are cheating. Kleptocracy is when the coach, referee and all the star players are working together to cheat. The whole game is rigged. Synonym of kleptocracy is corrupt government. Antonym is honest government. Our next high frequency K word is keen. Keen is, to be keen is to be very interested, eager or sharp. Keen is that strong feeling of enthusiasm, like a keen student or a very sharp intelligence like a keen mind. Memory hack. Think of a knife. A keen blade is sharp. A keen person has a sharp mind or a sharp interest in something. He's a keen photographer. He wakes up at 5 a.m. just to get a perfect sunrise shot. I'm not keen on watching a horror movie. Can we choose a comedy instead? Here, not keen on means not interested in. Okay, quick quiz. What is the difference between keen and eager? They're very similar, but eager is more about excited impatience. Keen is more about a strong interest and enthusiasm. Synonyms of keen are eager, enthusiastic, sharp, acute, and avid. Antonyms are uninterested, apathetic, dull, and blunt. High frequency word number 8 is kaleidoscope. Remember as kids, you looked into this tube with mirrors and it had colored pieces inside and you saw some beautiful, colorful changing patterns? That is a kaleidoscope. We often say something is like a kaleidoscope when it's full of variety and color, like a festival, a garden of flowers, or even a busy Indian market. The festival was a kaleidoscope of sound, colors, and delicious smells. Her personality is a kaleidoscope. She's a writer, a dancer, a scientist, all at once. Synonyms of kaleidoscope are spectrum, mosaic, and panorama. Antonyms are monotony, sameness, and plainness. Our next word is Knell. Knell is the deep, sad sound of a bell. especially one rung at a funeral or after a death. It symbolizes bad news or the end of something. Think of the movies. When something very sad happens, in the background you hear a slow, deep, lonely bell ringing. That sound makes you feel like something is over, something is lost, or something sad has just begun. That sound is a knell. A knell is used both as a noun and a verb. Example, the constant rain felt like a knell for our picnic plans. Or the rise of digital cameras was a death knell of the film cameras. Synonyms of knell are toll, chime, and death blow. Antonyms are celebration, beginning, and birth. High frequency K word number 10 is Kindle. Let's say you have a few small twigs and dry leaves. You light a match and you gently set it against them. A tiny flame starts and then grows slowly into a warm, crackling campfire. Kindle means to start a fire. Not a big explosion, but a small, gentle beginning. It can also mean to spark an idea or a feeling, like lighting a fire in someone's mind or heart. Memory hack. Think of Amazon Kindle. The device was named after this word because it's meant to ignite or spark your love for reading. I hope I'm able to kindle your interest in English vocabulary with this A to Z vocabulary series. Quick quiz. What is the difference between kindle and ignite? They are very similar. Ignite is more sudden and dramatic, like an explosion, whereas kindle is slower, gentler process of starting something. Synonyms of kindle are ignite, spark, awaken, and stimulate. Antonyms are extinguish, quench, stifle, and discourage. And now it's shout out time. A quick shout out to cute Kavi. Kavi says that they have scored a very high score after watching our grammar videos. I'm so proud of you, Kavi. Keep working hard. And if you too want to watch our grammar series, then I'm going to drop a link below. Meantime, leave a comment with your English learning journey along with the hashtag ChetChatters. The next 5 K words are Knack, Kitsch, Kowtow, Ken, and Kvetch. Word number 11 is Knack. Now, some people can just pick up a guitar and play a tune without any lessons. They aren't geniuses. They just have a natural skill for it. That natural skill is called a knack. Example, my mother has a knack for making friends wherever she goes. You seem to have a knack for learning new languages. Quick quiz. What is the difference between knack and talent? A talent is a natural inborn gift like singing, whereas a knack is something you're just good at without trying too hard, like fixing things or making people laugh. Synonyms of knack are talent, flair, gift, aptitude, and skill. Antonyms are inability, weakness, and incapacity. Our next word is kitsch. Imagine you see a bright, multicolored floral teddy bear statue in a garden, or someone's house decorated with bright colored cushions and multicolored wallpapers. It's not exactly like beautiful or artistic, but it's cute, it's funny, it makes you smile. That's kitsch. If something is fun, flashy, and maybe a little tacky, but you love it anyway, it's probably kitsch. Memory hack. Kitsch is a German word that's been adopted into English, and it means worthless, trashy art. Example, his apartment was filled with kitsch. Plastic flamingos, bright pink curtains, and a painting of a crying clown. Bollywood movies from the 70s are loved for their dramatic kitsch style. Synonyms of kitsch are tacky, cheesy, gaudy, and garish. Antonyms are sophisticated, elegant, tasteful, and artistic. Our next word is Kowtow. Now, in ancient China, when people met the emperor, they would kneel down and touch their forehead on the ground to show this extreme respect. This act was meant to please the emperor and show complete obedience. That act is called kowtowing. Today it's used negatively to describe someone who's acting like a slave to please a powerful person, losing their self-respect. Like in Hindi we say chamcha. My colleague always kowtows to the boss just to show their loyalty. Quick quiz. What is the difference between kowtow and respect? Respect is genuine admiration, whereas kowtow is exaggerated, often fake obedience to gain favor. Synonyms of kowtow are grovel, bow down, suck up to, and flatter. Antonyms are defy, stand up, and resist. Word number 14 is ken. Your ken is the limit of what you know or can understand. If something is beyond your ken, it means you don't know about it and you can't understand it. Imagine your knowledge and understanding is a circle of light from a flashlight. Now, everything inside the circle is within your ken. Everything outside in the darkness is beyond your ken. Now, memory hack. Ken sounds like can. What you can understand is within your ken. What you cannot understand is beyond your ken. Quantum physics is beyond my ken. I just can't understand it. Quick quiz. What is the difference between ken and knowledge? Knowledge is the information you have, and ken is not just what you know. It is the limits of what you can possibly know or comprehend. Synonyms of ken are understanding, knowledge, grasp, and awareness. Antonyms are ignorance and unfamiliarity. Our next word is kvetch. Kvetch means to complain constantly in an annoying way. Do you know someone who's always whining like the weather is too hot, the food is too salty, the movie is too long, blah, blah, blah. They're never satisfied. That person is kvetching. Kvetch is used both as a noun and as a verb. My uncle will kvetch about the weather, no matter if it's sunny or rainy. Don't be such a kvetch. The train is only a few minutes late. Quick quiz. What is the difference between kvetch and complain? Now, you complain about a specific problem, whereas you kvetch when you're constantly whining as a habit. Synonyms of kvetch are whine, gripe, moan. Antonyms are praise and applaud. And now for the high frequency L words. Our first 5 L words are lucid, laconic, lucrative, laudable, and lethargic. The first high frequency L word is lucid. Lucid means something is very clear and easy to understand. Lucid can also describe clear thinking after being confused, clear writing, or even a clear sky. Well, lucid is not just clear, it's a little more. It also means rational and easy to follow. Memory hack. Lucid is from the Latin word luce, meaning light. So something lucid is full of light, making everything clear and bright. Examples. After a good nap, my thoughts were finally lucid and I could solve the problem. I hope this is a lucid explanation of the meaning of the word lucid. The water in the lake was so lucid that we could see the fish swimming. Synonyms of lucid are clear, understandable, coherent, and transparent. Antonyms are confusing, unclear, vague, and obscure. Our next word is laconic. Laconic means using very few words. The word laconic comes from a region in ancient Greek called Laconia, where people were famous for their short way of speaking. Laconic doesn't mean rude. It just means you're extremely brief and to the point. So when I asked Sochna, what did you think of the movie? She just said, long. That was a laconic reply. And when I asked her, how was your exam? Her laconic reply was, fine. Instead of, it was quite good, I think I did well. Synonyms of laconic are brief, concise, terse, and succinct. Antonyms are talkative, verbose, and chatty. Our next high frequency L word is lucrative. Lucrative means making a lot of money, very profitable. It's not just about making money, but making a large amount of it, and usually over a longer period of time. It's not just one windfall, lottery, or win. Example, imagine you start a small business with selling homemade chocolates. Suddenly everyone loves them and then you start earning a lot of money. Your business is now lucrative. Example, he left his job for a more lucrative opportunity abroad. Now quick quiz, what is the difference between lucrative and profitable? Profitable just means that it makes money, whereas lucrative means it makes a large amount of money, okay? Synonyms of lucrative are profitable, money-making, high-paying and gainful. Antonyms are unprofitable, loss-making and unsuccessful. Word number 19 is laudable. Laudable means deserving praise and admiration. If you do something really good, like helping an old person cross the street or studying hard for your exams, your action will be worthy of applause. That action is laudable. Kudos to you. Memory hack. Laudable has the same root as the word applaud. When you show praise, you clap or you appreciate something. Laudable is something worth applauding. Think of laudable as loudly applaudable. His efforts to clean up the neighborhood park are laudable. It is laudable that many young people are volunteering to help others. Synonyms of laudable are praiseworthy, commendable, admirable and exemplary. Antonyms are blameworthy, shameful and disgraceful. Our next word is lethargic. Lethargic means having no energy, feeling sluggish, lazy or unusually tired. Lethargic is more than just feeling sleepy. It's a state of having no desire to do anything at all. The heat wave made everyone feel lethargic and unmotivated. After eating a huge lunch, I felt too lethargic to go back to work. Quick quiz. What is the difference between lethargic and tired? You feel tired after a long run, whereas you feel lethargic when you have no energy even to start running. Synonyms of lethargic are sluggish, lazy, inactive, listless and sleepy. Antonyms are energetic, active, lively and dynamic. The next 5 high-frequency L words are languish, latent, loquacious, luminous and legacy. Word number 21 is languish. To languish means to become weak, unhappy or be forgotten because you're stuck in a bad situation for a long time. Languish is not a quick action. It's a slow process of losing energy, hope or importance. Imagine a beautiful plant that nobody waters. Slowly its leaves will turn yellow. It droops and it loses its strength and beauty. It's not dead, but it's suffering slowly. That plant is languishing. The abandoned puppy languished in the shelter until someone adopted it. Does your gym membership card languish in your bag or are you going regularly? Synonyms of languish are weaken, fade, decline and waste away. Antonyms are thrive, flourish, prosper and bloom. High frequency word number 22 is latent. Latent means something is hidden now, but it has the potential to become active or visible later. Like a talent that you haven't discovered. It's there, but you can't see it. Imagine a seed buried in the soil. You can't see it. And it's not growing yet, but it has the potential to become a huge tree one day. That hidden potential is latent. Memory hack. Latent is like late plus talent. Talent that is late to appear, but it will show up eventually. She has a latent talent for singing that she hasn't explored yet. His latent anger suddenly exploded when he was provoked. Synonyms of latent are dormant, hidden, potential and undeveloped. Antonyms are obvious, active, apparent and visible. Our next word is loquacious. Loquacious means very talkative. Someone who loves to talk a lot, often for a long time. It doesn't mean the person is annoying. They might just be friendly and chatty. It just simply means that they talk too much. My loquacious aunt can talk for an hour about the weather. The loquacious parrot wouldn't stop mimicking our conversations. Synonyms of loquacious are talkative, chatty, verbose, and garrulous. Antonyms are quiet, silent, reserved, and taciturn. You're going to remember the word garrulous from our G words lesson. And in case you missed one of the classes, I'll drop a link to our complete A to Z vocabulary course in the description below. And now moving on to our next word, which is luminous. Luminous is full of light or giving off light, bright and shining. Imagine a moon on a clear night. It glows softly in the dark. Or a smartphone screen that lights up your face in a dark room. That gentle glowing light is luminous. Luminous is used for actual light like the moon, or something that seems to glow with beauty, intelligence, or goodness. Memory hack. Luminous is from the Latin word lumen, meaning light. So something luminous is full of light. It illuminates us. Her face had a luminous smile that brightened the whole room. The dancer wore a luminous costume that glowed under the stage lights. Synonyms of luminous are radiant, glowing, shining, and brilliant. Antonyms are dark, dim, dull, and gloomy. Word number 25 is legacy. Legacy is something valuable passed down, like money, property, a tradition, or even your reputation. It's what you leave behind for future generations. It's how people will remember you. Example, my grandmother's legacy was her recipe book, which we still use till today. Sachin Tendulkar's legacy in cricket is incredible. He has inspired millions. Quick quiz. What is the difference between legacy and inheritance? Now, inheritance is usually money or property from a family member, whereas legacy is broader. It can be your impact, your work, or your ideas. Synonyms of legacy are inheritance, heritage, tradition, and impact. Antonyms, there's no direct opposite, but oblivion or nothingness. Our final 5 L words are lament, lax, loathe, leverage, and lacuna. Let's take up the word lament. To lament is to express deep sadness or regret about something, often through crying, complaining, or singing a sad song. It's more than just being sad. It's an active expression of grief, like mourning a loss or crying. Imagine your favorite team loses a big game. You sigh, shake your head, and say, "I can't believe they lost." That act of expressing your disappointment is to lament. Lament is both a noun and a verb. Example, the song was a lament for soldiers who died in the war. My grandmother often laments about how expensive things are now compared to her time. Synonyms of lament are mourn, grieve, complain, and antonyms are rejoice, celebrate, and cheer. Our next high frequency L word is lax. Lax means not being strict or careful, being relaxed about the rules or standards. Now imagine a teacher who never checks homework, a guard who sleeps on duty, or parents who let their kids eat ice cream for breakfast. They are being lax, too loose with the rules. Lax is often used as a negative word. Memory hack, think of lax as lax. Lax strictness. A lax person lacks discipline. Example, the lax security at the airport allowed the terrorists to enter. Quick quiz, what is the difference between lax and relaxed? Now, relaxed is positive, it's like calm and comfortable, whereas lax is often negative, it means careless and not being attentive. Synonyms of lax are careless, slack, negligent, and lenient. Antonyms are strict, careful, stringent, and rigorous. Word number 28 is loathe. Loathe means to hate someone or something very strongly. Imagine you're forced to eat food you absolutely don't like Karela, okay, bitter gourd. That intense feeling of disgust and hatred is loathe. Do you like Karela, by the way? I quite enjoy it, so leave me a comment below if you like it. Example, she loathes people who talk loudly on their phones in public. Quick quiz, what is the difference between loathe and hate? Hate is a strong word, but loathe is even stronger. You may hate broccoli, but you loathe the person who bullies you, like with all your heart. Synonyms of loathe are hate, despise, detest, and abhor. Antonyms are love, adore, cherish, and admire. Our next high-frequency L word is leverage. Leverage means to use something to your advantage to get what you want. Think of a lever from your science class, a small, simple rod that can move much heavier objects with less effort. In the same way, leverage means using your influence to lift your position or power. Leverage is again used sometimes as a verb and as a noun. Example, she uses her fame as leverage to get a better deal. The company leveraged new technology to grow quickly. Synonyms of leverage are influence, power, and advantage, utilize and exploit. Antonyms are weakness and disadvantage. Our last word of the day is lacuna. Lacuna is a gap or a missing part. It could be in text, a story, it could be a gap in our knowledge. A lacuna is not just any gap. It's a noticeable, significant empty space or some important piece is missing. Imagine you're reading a book and suddenly a critical page is torn out. You can't follow the story anymore because there's a missing piece. That blank missing space is lacuna. There is a lacuna in the historical records about the ancient king. His explanation, for example, had a lacuna. He didn't say where he was that night. Synonyms of lacuna are gap, blank, hole, and omission. Antonyms are wholeness, completeness, and continuity. Ta-da! Just like that, 30 high-frequency words learnt, understood, and cracked. There's a quiz coming up shortly, and I'm going to see you on the next M words lesson. Happy learning!